So we're back again, and this time I got a call from a very specific guest management team. There was a little bit of a complaint about airtime. So welcome back, our ghost guest, Julie.
Yay! What's up?
So, do you want to get into why this was an issue?
If anyone knows Patrick, they know that he's not much of a talker unless he's comfortable with you. And I figured he would be. I just didn't think it would be an hour longer conversation than with me. The one that is, I'm not like a social butterfly by any means, but I thought that I would get more airtime. And I was denied that. But that's okay.
So that's because I clammed up. If you guys couldn't tell, that episode ended abruptly.
So,
I was like, peace out. See you later. And I almost ran out of here crying.
Tail between your legs and everything.
Yeah. So we're going to try to make this one not end in that kind of abrupt fashion.
Even if it is only the 49 minutes that I had last time.
Then it kind of added up.
That's yeah. I mean, I'll take it as long as you just don't have Patrick again.
Yeah.
It's fine. It'll be a complete wash, and I'll be okay with that.
Look.
Yeah.
You at least have a fan.
I do.
You do. And this fan, his name is Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. Shout out to my one.
Yeah. He's a little bit elderly, but I think he's watching.
Fans are fans.
I'm not sure if he's hiding out due to the coronavirus and his age.
I hope so.
I've noticed him on Facebook.
Yeah. It's good. So I want to still see that active status. Make sure you're okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing to stay busy? Because you're home.
Well, half the day I'm working, and then the other half I'm homeschooling my 8-year-old and my 3.5-year-old. Okay. So they're in separate ends of the house, so they don't terrorize each other, but they somehow still manage to meet on one end and terrorize each other. So
during class,
my plan is working out as just as I expected.
Yeah.
So recess is not just 20 minutes; it's like an hour to hopefully, calm them down. That doesn't seem to be working. Yeah. So it's everything I wanted is working out just how I planned. Yeah. And it's not as bad,
I don't really envy you in that because
I don't think anyone should.
I had a really big problem with them sending homework home with my daughter. Yeah. That I needed to help them with. I was like, look, I'm not in school anymore for a reason.
Right.
I actually dropped out.
Yeah. For that reason.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. I quit this shit so that you wouldn't give me more homework. And now you're sending it home with my kid and expecting me to participate? That's not going to happen.
That's not fair. Well, so they were able to pick up their Chromebooks each... What?
Pull this over here.
Hi. So they were able to pick up their Chromebooks.
Oh, they give them computers?
They get computers, which, hey, great. That's fine. And my son isn't being graded on everything. Mm-hmm. He's getting assignments every couple of days, but he's not getting graded on them. They just want to make sure that he's
doing something.
He's not regressing. Yeah, that he's doing something. So I think that's great. They have so many different options and tools that I don't understand and can't navigate, which is fantastic.
I don't really know what they're going to do. I mean...
I don't know.
This is clearly going to totally derail this year's schooling. Yeah. So it's like, for your son, he's obviously not in a graduation age.
Right.
But it's like, how do you deal with the kids that are going to graduate? I mean, are they just getting a free pass?
I don't know.
And, if I was one of those kids, based off of my lack of doing homework, I'd be ecstatic about this.
That'd be, all right, done.
I'd be like, they're going to pass me.
Hand me my diploma. Yeah. No, I don't know. I didn't even think about it. I mean, it's not a thought in my head at the moment. You know, hopefully this doesn't happen.
Yeah, so that's interesting that they give them all Chromebooks and stuff.
Yeah. Well, they have them in school. They have their own books anyways, their own Chromebooks anyways. So he doesn't mind. It's a game to him, but he's still learning. So that's nice. But I don't want him on that all day.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So with my daughter, she doesn't know how to use scissors, so I got to help her with that. And then Buddy has a question, so I have to run. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. I love being home with the kids. It's great because I've always wanted to be home with the kids, but not to homeschool them.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
it's a lot different from being a stay-at-home mom and being a stay-at-home teacher and mom.
Yeah, and
one of my uncles does that. One of my uncle's wives. Mm-hmm. Well, he doesn't have multiple wives, but
one of them. Do they live in Utah?
No. One of my uncles, his wife, I don't think they're actually married, but I'm just going to call her his wife.
Common law.
She's done that for years, staying at home teaching the kids and, doing all that kind of stuff. And she's done a good job with it, but I'm like, I would lose my shit.
More power to you. If you can do that, I think that's great.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. One of my girlfriends, she was, her and her siblings were all homeschooled. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I guess I don't want to say that it has a bad rap, but it doesn't have as good as a status as going to like public or private or whatever. But
it's kind of a weird trade-off because, there's definitely perks for the parents to do a good job at it. Their kids are super intelligent.
Right.
From a book smart perspective. Mm-hmm. But from a social perspective, that's where it gets a little murky.
Yeah.
Because then the kids really tend to be introverted. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And it gets a little weird there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, have you been watching any movies and doing anything other than your dance parties?
I'm just the recorder.
That's it.
I do not partake in said dance videos. Yeah, I've had movies on in the background, a lot of Disney, even when the kids aren't there. I watched The Little Mermaid by myself yesterday.
That's her.
Yeah, well, it was funny because Patrick is working in, like I said, he's working in the dining room. I'm working in the living room where the TV is. So the intro to The Little Mermaid comes on and I hear Patrick, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "Nothing."
You trying to hide it?
Nothing. And I'm like, turn down.
We're over there singing under your breath.
What's great is I don't have to get dressed. So I'm wearing, just my bathrobe sitting in the corner of my living room with the Disney Channel on. I'm like, I could do this.
Yeah.
I could work from home.
Somebody was like that up until an hour ago.
So?
I was like, hey, it's almost 2.
Right?
And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, podcast?
So seeing as now I can say whatever.
Yes.
I guess. With Patrick working in the other room, he came up to me afternoon yesterday and he's like, I thought about sending you like a picture, like a risky picture. So
let's define risky picture.
A dick pic was what he was going to say. He's like, but because I had told him, let me backtrack. I'm really bad at this. I hadn't showered in a couple of days. So I hadn't washed my hair since Saturday. I hadn't showered since Sunday. And what's today? Wednesday? Is today Wednesday?
Yes.
So I hadn't showered
God,
Sunday, Monday. I finally showered yesterday. He's like, I was going to send you a picture, but then I remembered you hadn't showered.
He was like, oh no, this is going to get real stanky quick.
I told him, I was like, you could have said, you can have this if you shower. And that would have, maybe pushed me a little to shower. I finally did. I showered today. Yeah, I showered today because I ran this morning. Oh my God, these guys don't want to smell me, I'm sure.
That's hilarious.
So, still nothing came from that picture, by the way.
That's funny that he's on one side of the house and you're on the other and he's sending you dick pictures.
I know, he didn't. He did not. He has not sent me one. And like I said, nothing has come from him not sending one either. Yeah. So.
That'd be like me sitting on the couch next to Angela. Yeah. Be like...
Hold on. Move this stuff out of the way.
As you see him doing it, and you're like, "Who the fuck are you sending dick pictures
Oh man, that would have been amazing if I caught him in the act, because you wouldn't be able to hear me.
Yeah,
just coming up on him.
Drop kick him.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
That would be hilarious. He's over there trying to send you something and gets fucked up in the process.
I don't even. Ooh, you give me like a hot flash. Just thinking about it. There's no one. No, because he immediately deletes any pictures that he sends to me. Because the kids use his phone to play games and to send me text messages too. So there's nothing. His phone is completely wiped of anything.
Yeah.
Not mine though.
That's a weird thing nowadays, because I'm like, obviously when my daughter, because she was born in 97. So cell phones were there, but they just weren't prominent. Mm-hmm. Definitely their cameras sucked. But I was always like, I'm not giving you that shit. That's mine. That's my stingy ass.
Yeah.
That's mine. Stay the fuck away from it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I had, if we had a kid now, would I be willing to let them have the phone and stuff like that? I don't think I would.
I don't want to. I don't like it, just because I know that they can like accidentally mess with settings, and I'm very particular about how I use my things. And
I'm stingy about stuff like that.
There was one time I did, when it was just the three of us before I had Merritt, and I think I had like not a click phone or like a flip phone, but it was a smartphone, and he had it on airplane mode, and I didn't realize it, and I was like, forget it. I don't want him using my phone anymore, and I don't want anyone touching my phone.
He probably is like, look at that airplane.
I want to fly. No, doesn't work like that.
Any idea what it is, but it's an airplane,
right? So then I think from then on, I'm like, I don't want you touching my stuff.
I'm a geek, and I build my computers and stuff, and I came up in a generation where viruses were horrible.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's not nearly as bad.
Right.
But it seemed like anytime I would let somebody use my computer would get a virus.
Really?
Yeah, and I just got to the point where I'm like, anytime somebody's like, hey, can I use your computer? And I'm like,
no.
And I start to get like...
Well, then you got to... What were your friends... What websites were they looking at?
I don't know. So it's like... It gets real wishy-washy when somebody does that. It's to the point of my anxiety is like... It's like you just asked me to hang out with my wife while I wasn't home. That's what it seems like.
No. Like, it's funny that you hold it up there with that regard. You want to do what with my wife? Nothing. I want to use your computer.
Yeah. It's like, that's not happening. Why don't you leave? You clearly don't know boundaries.
You've crossed several lines that you didn't know.
Yeah. So, speaking of crossing lines.
Oh, on to our next topic.
Yeah, because that kind of led right into it.
Oh, shit.
So, I'm going to talk about deadbeat moms.
Oh.
So, last night, I get a text message or a Facebook message from my daughter. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know, my daughter is an adult now. And I raised her for the very beginning part of her life by myself. And her mom was not really in the picture for most of it. And she sends me a screenshot of a message she got from her mom. And it's of a naked man with it cropped right below his dick root.
Shut up.
So you can see the base of his shaft.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. So she was like, she crossed the line. And I was like, these are, as a single parent, you try to be really careful on shitting on somebody's like other parent, because you cause issues and stuff like that. And you don't ever want to get in the way of a potential good relationship. Mm-hmm. But she's kind of a revolving door of bad decisions. Mm-hmm. And it fucked with my daughter, and I'm like, I was like, so I sent her a link to an Amazon book of how to be a good mother.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, send this back to her.
Did she?
I don't know. I was like, send it back to her and then tell her it doesn't have very good reviews, but anything's better than this.
Oh my God. Was there any context? I need more information on this. Like, was it just the picture?
Yeah. Random. Out of nowhere.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Random. Out of nowhere. And yeah, kind of look, I know her, so it didn't shock me.
Yeah.
And I know the path that she's venturing on in life, so it doesn't shock me. But it's, a little bit shocking to a early 20-year-old child with somebody. And
I can't kind of imagine if my mom just sent me that type of picture. Mm-hmm. I would think that someone took her. Well, my mom is much older, but I would think that someone took her phone.
Yeah.
And did that.
That's crazy, huh?
I mean, that just rendered me speechless.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting it into like context of like my mom sending it to me, and that blows my mind.
I don't know if she's. Look, I'm the type of person that tries to assess everybody's actions, even if it's totally irrational.
Yeah.
Just because I'm curious, what would make somebody do something horrible? Or this isn't. Look,
not this that it's isn't horrible.
This isn't extreme horrible.
No, it's not.
Just a stupid decision.
Random.
Yeah. But even if it was on the extreme level, serial killers, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm always the type of person to try to figure out mentally what would make them do that kind of stuff.
What led us to that point?
Yeah, just out of my curiosity.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking about that, I'm like, she's trying to be friends. And she probably sends stupid shit like that back and forth to her friends.
Yeah.
And figured my daughter's an adult. She can
do that.
She's going to be into naked men and dick root.
But that's a term I've never heard before.
You never heard of that?
I think I might be using it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'll file that away.
Yeah, you're going to use it.
I might.
You're definitely.
Oh my God. Well, what would... Like, do they...
Corona.
Because now we can say that word.
Yeah, Corona.
Yeah, put that on. 6 feet. But what... Do they have some sort of relationship developed?
No.
So this is extremely random.
Yeah, very much so. She'll message her from time to time on Facebook.
Yeah.
Typically at times when she's lonely.
So she needs to fill that.
Yeah.
That void with someone. Yeah. And who's available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. It's always been like that for the course of her upbringing since I left her mom when she was almost 2. Mm-hmm. And we got together, what year was it? 2006?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this shit.
It's been a long time. I don't remember.
I'm quite sure that's when it was.
We'll go with that.
We'll just go with that.
Yeah.
Roll with it. It sounds about right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So my daughter being born in 97, so 2 years into it, and then all the way up to 2006, I was taking care of her by myself. Mm-hmm. And it was like clockwork. Birthdays. I'm going to reach out and try to call her.
Yeah. Well, her birthday is coming up in a couple weeks.
Not my daughter's birthday. Her birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which this explains it, because her birthday is actually in like a week.
Yeah, the 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
What trash. That sucks.
It's rough.
That sucks.
It's rough, and it's like, look, I give her a certain degree of passes.
Yeah.
She was dealt a pretty shitty hand in life. And, not to put all her stuff out there, but she was she's dealt a pretty shitty hand in life, and she doesn't have any family right now. The one person that was raising her wasn't even blood related to her, but it was her adopted grandmother, and she passed right after my daughter was born.
Ugh.
So she's pretty much been solo since then.
I can understand that because I have someone in my life that was supposedly dealt a shitty hand. Trying to think if I should mention this person.
We don't have to say their name.
Yeah. Well, I can't really tell much, but I can without, it's my sister. Whatever. Not that she's gonna, we're not friends on Facebook, it's fine.
Okay.
She was, I guess, dealt a shitty hand. You know, we lived in Idaho for a few years, and then she got pregnant at like 17 or 18. And she always told me that my dad said, you're not coming with us when we move to New York. But
She's your older sister.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How much older?
She's 9 years older than me.
Okay.
So, come to find out, she decided just to stay back in Idaho, which is fine. Do whatever you want. You know, stay with, you know, the father of your child. And they got into some pretty nasty stuff growing up throughout the years. There's not much to do, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Not much to do in Idaho Falls.
Yeah, I don't know. It was not the most exciting place on the planet.
No, it's not. It's beautiful, but it's not exciting.
Yeah.
So she got into some shit over the years and was always crying, you know, I'm the black sheep, woe is me. And I fed into it for so many years. And because I used to be very submissive and naive and like, this is my sister. Why would she lie to me? Why would she feed me these stories?
Yeah.
Because she needed someone on her side.
Correct.
You know, to go to bat for her.
Yeah.
And I did for so many years until finally I was like, well, hold on a second.
How long is this going to be going?
Right. How long can you play the victim when you're an adult?
I've got a strange bug going.
You do. It was crawling over here.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was just like, I'm like.
But how long can you cry the victim when you're an adult and you have your own family now? Like that situation is long gone.
Yeah.
And to keep reverting back to it, I think they're cries for attention, which I think is sad. And I do have sympathy for, to a certain extent, like you may, you know, so many passes. But now I have a husband and 2 kids that I need to worry about. And they've met her. And now they want her in their lives. And I can't allow that.
Because
I can't, because their hearts will be broken.
Baggage is coming with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, look, everybody deserves to have a reason for their behavior.
Yes, I agree.
But those reasons should never be an excuse for your behavior. And it's our job as individuals to get our own shit together. And you can blame your upbringing. You know, you became an adult at 18.
Right.
In theory, if you're 35, 40 fucking years old, well, then who's to blame for all those years?
That's exactly what I'm saying. At some point, you knew in your life that, hey, this isn't right. Let me either change it or let me just keep feeding into that.
Correct.
You know, I didn't get dealt a shit hand in my life. Did I have some things that I wanted to change? Yes. So what did I do? I changed them as an adult. And here I am. And that's not to say that, you know, my kids aren't going to do the same. They should. They should always want to be, you should always want to be better and changing and just doing better for yourself.
Exactly.
You know?
That's where, you know, in that video I put out yesterday, that political bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was kind of really the ultimate message, is that you guys have to just be smart about what it is that you're doing. And I've always been that way since I was a little kid. I always knew I wanted more.
Yeah.
And it was like, I knew that my family couldn't afford race cars and all kinds of dumb shit that I wanted.
Right.
You know? But I wasn't satisfied with not having those types of things. I wanted a quad so bad.
Yeah.
My mom couldn't afford it. She was a single mother raising 2 kids, you know, on a very limited income. I was like, I'm still going to get it. I don't know when,
Yeah.
but I'm going to get it.
But it's going to happen.
Yeah. And I've always been that type of person. So it's like, I struggle sometimes and have to put myself in check when I, like, dealing with people like my daughter's mom, or she's not the only one. There's millions of people out there like that where you're just like, can you get your shit together?
It's like they suck the life out of you. You're like, no.
And you have to start
Put
like
up your barriers.
pulling away from those people because they will. Mm-hmm. You know, because they're constantly looking for that pat on the back and that the reassurance that their excuse is valid.
Yes. It's almost like codependency.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not doing that for you. Fuck off. Get your shit together.
I ain't got no time for that. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's at some point you just have to, you're right. You have to step away and say, I'm not going to waste my time, my energy on that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So what do you think about deadbeat mothers in general in comparison to like a deadbeat father?
I never really thought about either one.
Obviously, you got a husband that's doing a good job as a good job as a father.
Yeah, no, I've never been subject or around that.
No, okay.
I can't say that my sister was a deadbeat mom because she raised 3 awesome kids.
Yeah.
And they have families of their own. Mm-hmm. Could she have gone about it a different way? Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, we all could have.
Right. But I don't know.
I've done a lot of fucking up as a parent too.
Yeah, I'm not perfect by any means.
and still continue to do so. And it's what it is.
Yeah, but I guess they're one and the same. I would say.
Yeah. So yeah, what we were talking about kind of made me think about that because I was just. That threw me off last night a little bit when she sent me that message, and it's just like, you want to... Yeah. It's like, I had to refrain from sending her a message. I'm like, my daughter's an adult.
Yes. Yeah. It would be one thing if she wasn't.
Yeah. It was like, when she turned 18, actually it was like right before she turned 18, her mom had said something to me. She sent me a message about she was supposed to be getting married, and she wanted Adriana to go to Oklahoma where she's living at to be, part of her wedding thing. And I was like, yo, hold on a fucking minute here. I was like, you haven't been in her life for most of it, and you want her to be part of your wedding, and you want me to send her down here for this shit? And she's like, well, you can't keep her from me. She's almost 18. I was like, precisely.
Almost.
I was like, when she turns 18 years old, don't message me. Don't comment, nothing. Just gone. I just cut that fucking umbilical cord.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with you. So when I had to like put myself in check because I wanted to send her a message, be like, what kind of fucking piece of shit are you?
Yeah. But then you got to think about like what would happen.
Yeah.
After
I'm just
that.
like, there's no point in it.
No. You ever wonder like, because obviously you raised your daughter. You ever think about like what her mother has said to like any guys that she's met? Hey, you have any kids, or what's your past?
Egotistically, sometimes, yeah. But that kind of goes for everybody.
Yeah.
Your family members, what do they really think of me? Especially with me being a little, I'm not going to say I'm the black sheep of the family. But there's definitely some distancing going on because I'm the outspoken person.
Yeah, and that's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't figured it out, I'm the type of person to just tell people what's up.
No. I can't do this. I'm out.
And sometimes it turns into a scene, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. And there are family members that distance themselves from me because of that. And sometimes, on an emotional level, you're just like, I can't believe they think that of me because I'm not a bad person.
Right.
So, yeah, sometimes that comes up, but my arrogance quickly washes that away.
I think a lot of people they find the truth harder to deal with.
Yeah.
Do I sometimes want to be completely naive to what's going on in the world? Yes. But I can do that.
Yeah.
I know what's going on in the world, but sometimes I want to block it all out. And I can, but that shouldn't be the case for every single truth.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have to hear it.
Especially when your truth is like spilling out into everyone around you.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about your children, your wife or your husband or your neighbor or whatever it is. You know, that's when somebody's got to say, "Hey, hold on a fucking minute."
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me.
And you gotta put people in line sometimes. And I'm no different.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm fucking up, I'll ask sometimes. I mean, Angela, you chime in here. I mean. I do ask sometimes, am I the one fucking up here?
Sometimes.
Yeah. And then sometimes I tell her to get her shit together.
But don't you appreciate that? Wouldn't you rather be told, you know, hey, calm down? Or, hey, you know, why don't you see things this way? Or, you know, I would take better to someone confronting me and saying, hey, you've been a bitch. Why? What's going on? Or, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this, that, or the, or just being honest with me. I would react better to someone being honest than coming at me and fluffing things or avoiding a situation altogether.
Yeah, I say that too. But then I have to put myself in check because I also know that I'm Hispanic.
True. I'm not saying that I would just be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't come without a fight. Yeah. But I know if someone comes to me, I'm not exactly the most approachable. I know that.
Yeah.
When it comes to family.
Yeah.
Because they know me.
Yeah.
And I know that they know that I'm like you. I will say what's on my mind. So I know I'm not exactly, like I said, the most approachable. But if you come to me, I know that you've got the gumption to do so. I will hear you out. But like I said, it's not without...
Even if it's like an hour or two afterwards where you're just like... and it's churning in there and you're stewing in your shit and you're like, okay...
They know to take their time. Yeah. Yeah. Give it a day or two. Let Julie come down.
Was I being a dick?
Yeah. And if I catch myself, I will apologize. If I know, like, oh, Jesus. Yeah. Because I do it with my kids, too. I want them to see that if I'm acting stupid, you need to put yourself in check.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if I do a lot of apologizing.
Nope.
It's all so the words "I'm sorry" don't come out.
Huh?
I don't need to.
You don't need to apologize. You never apologize.
You're a liar.
The words "I'm sorry" don't necessarily come out.
We know.
But I show.
Yeah.
I show it. It's a pride thing, maybe.
You're just like quivering in the corner. And you're just like, I'm not telling you I'm sorry.
No. So
but do you want to go out to eat?
What I'll do with the kids is I'll go up to them, like Buddy especially. 'Cause Merritt hasn't caught on. I haven't had to do anything with her. But I'll go sit next to him and I'll just kind of, grimace at him. And then I'll like pop his leg and he'll be like,
just start
whatever.
playing. Start playing.
And then we'll loosen up and then we're good.
Yeah.
So that's my apology is I'll hit you.
That's funny. That's funny because that's our primitive side as people.
It's just
that's like when we're little kids and we like somebody, we just hit them.
Yes. So I do it to Patrick all the time. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm not getting attention, and it's the girl, girl comes out every now and again or whatever. So we'll just be sitting and I'll be like, I'll hit his leg. You're not giving me attention.
Yeah.
This little childish things like that. Angela?
Somebody's very quiet. Somebody's very quiet.
What? No comments.
No comments?
Nope.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's a funny thing that we do. And it's actually, in today's society, that kind of stuff they're putting such a stranglehold on it where you feel like you can't do that. And I'm like, We're monkeys.
Yeah, no, I'll do whatever, man.
I'm like, we are literally fucking monkeys.
Yeah.
And right now is really showing it. we're one step off from throwing shit at each other.
Seriously.
So it's like, you gotta let us be monkeys.
Well, we don't need to because everyone has enough toilet paper.
That's true.
So there's no shit to be thrown. Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Everyone has enough toilet paper. There is no shit to be thrown.
Well, I don't know if everyone does anymore, but some of us got plenty.
I was able to get a pack last week or this. I don't know where I am right now.
I haven't even worried about it. I went to the dollar store and saw their generic stuff in there, and I was like, I'm not buying it.
Well, it's not that I was worried. It was we were low.
Yeah.
Like dangerously low.
Oh,
I had to buy some.
like washing your ass in the sink.
Seriously, like, hey, turn on the thing at the faucet.
The kitchen?
The kitchen, yeah. Spread them. Get in there. All nooks and crannies.
Look, I guarantee there was a spike in bidets in this country.
Oh. I don't know about all that nonsense.
You don't?
No.
Why?
Give me a wet wipe and I'm good.
Well,
I don't know. It's just the feeling of something going up there that, like, that's an out hole. And I don't want anything, especially like, I don't want anything going up there, like nothing.
well,
that
it's
is
not going into
no
your
go
ass.
zone. What if, how do you know?
Well, because it's not like a garden sprayer.
Well, I don't know that.
It's more like a drinking fountain.
Well, then what good is it really doing?
I don't know.
Right.
I've never tried it.
Well,
but I got to assume
on the next episode.
I've got to assume that if you're cleaning your ass with water, that it's got to be much better than just smeared around with some paper.
I feel like, but you're getting in there. Like the water's just splashing it and making it wet.
I don't know. I'm curious.
Can we pull it up? No, I'm just kidding.
There's actual footage of somebody's asshole being sprayed.
There's got to be some sort of porn website that you can look at. You know there has to be.
So
I'll look on my damn phone. I don't give a shit. Hold on.
So there's one of the podcasts I listen to is called The Church of What's Happening Now. It's the host is Joey Diaz. He's a Cuban comedian.
Okay.
And one of his sponsors was a company called Hello Tushy, which is a bolt-on bidet. Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to like buy an individual bidet, the freestanding, plumb it in, whatever, you know.
Oh, there are videos.
And first off, his ads are fucking hilarious for it. Talking about sending it to your mother on Mother's Day because you don't want her walking around with a dirty muffler. You know, and just stuff like that. But, you know, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, he had the lady that invented that and is selling it on his podcast. And she was talking about why it was never a big thing in this country. And she said during World War II, when the American soldiers were in France, when they saw these things, they were all in brothels. So they just immediately assumed that bidets equaled something to do with sex and dirty pussies. They associate that,
okay.
And so it was always kind of...
No, go on with your story. Go ahead.
You kind of froze up.
Well, what could you possibly use? Like, if, as you say, a water fountain for? Well, if it doesn't go up anywhere.
Well, it's cleaning the surface, I guess.
But in a sexual manner.
Well, no, because it's not sexual.
But if they associated it with,
well, like, because they're thinking rinsing off the used debris.
Oh, gotcha.
for their next customer. I'm
thinking of like ways to use it, not ways to cleanse yourself. So continue.
Yeah, it's sterilizing the item so that the next customer doesn't get residue.
Interesting.
Okay. Don't people do that with the detachable shower head anyway?
Yeah.
They probably do. Is that what you've been doing?
No.
No.
Just, nope. As a matter of fact, I have not.
Do you have the jets in the tub?
Well, we actually have a jacuzzi tub, but we've never used it.
That's what she's using.
No, that thing is too loud. We do not use it.
Well, wouldn't you want one of those things to be louder so that you have some?
It's like more power.
Look, it's like when you go to somebody's house and you have a really serious stomach issue and you turn on their bathroom sink
Yeah.
so that you got some
So
ambient noise.
It drowns out what they're going to hear anyways.
Yeah.
Like it's all psychological.
You're in there. I gotta go to the bathroom and the shower comes on and the sink and everything comes on.
And you know, you're like, they could probably hear me, but I like to think that they can't hear me because I have their shower running. So there's no question as to what I'm doing. I'm showering for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I come out and it smells like shit. There's no question that I was not dropping the Cosby kids off at the pool.
Yeah.
I was taking a shower.
Yes.
The porcelain was not cracked.
Oh boy. So there's a story that I have. I was like,
Oh, this reminded him of something. This is great.
In Oregon, one of the friends of our family, I don't know what in the fuck they were thinking, but their bathroom door was louvered like a closet door.
My dad had one of those.
And I never knew this. You know,
Like a closet door. What do you-
Yeah, you know what the louvered slats?
Oh, ooh.
Like mini blinds?
No.
Yeah. Yes. So I didn't know this. Their bathroom wasn't like in the living room area, and the day that I discovered it was not
Was not the day that you should have discovered it. It should have been a number 1 day.
It should have been a number 1
Not
day.
a number 3.
Yeah. And I almost went into panic.
You just start dripping sweat down your brow and nose.
It's like I walked into the hallway to go to this bathroom, and I just looked at the door and I was like,
and you almost have to like shit more.
yeah.
Because you're like, you know you're getting closer to the bathroom and you're like, it's coming.
Yeah.
Destination right there.
Yeah. You're like, there's no way I'm going to be able to go home.
Gotta climb out the window.
There's like no way I'm going to be able to go home and deal with this. I have to use this bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck is... So I used their bathroom, and it was as loud and echoey as fucking possible.
Do you flush the toilet while you're going?
No, I didn't. The whole time I was sitting in there, I was panicking. Because I'm like, I ain't fucking coming out of this bathroom. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get out of this? I was like, there's no way that everybody in the living room didn't hear all this racket.
Start knocking on shit.
I was like, there's just no fucking way. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I just manned up and just came out. Nobody said anything, but you know.
That's almost worse.
Yeah.
When like no one says anything.
So then you get back to, what are they saying about me behind my back?
Yeah. It's a massive shitter right there.
Yeah. So those are back in my insecure days.
Yeah. Well, so you know what? Circling way back to deadbeat fathers, that actually reminded me of a story. So when I lived in Idaho, I went to this girl's house who lived around the corner from me. Mm-hmm. And we back then I just walk around the neighborhood aimlessly. So I walked to her house and we were playing board games or whatever, and I had to go pee. Mm-hmm. So she was, her mom was a single mom who had like a boyfriend, but he was an alcoholic, a day drinker.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to go pee. So I go to her bathroom and I hear like a bang, bang, bang on the door. I'm like, who's this? And I had to have been like 7 or 8 at the time. Mm-hmm. And turns the doorknob, comes in, and it's the boyfriend. And I was like, and I'm sitting on the pot going pee, and I'm like, hello? He left. Mm-hmm. You know, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he leaves. I'm like, what just happened? Since that day, I find it very hard to use the bathroom unless there's a lock on the door.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm telling you, from that day forward, I'm like, I need locks.
Yeah, I'm traumatized.
Yes. So that's my deadbeat dad story. That's about as deadbeat as I get.
One of the high schools I was at in northern Arizona, I don't know what in the fuck happened to that place prior to me going to school there? They didn't have stall doors on their bathrooms.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because I've seen women's bathrooms like that too.
I have no idea why that was like that. And I was terrified of using that bathroom. And, I'm a child.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a teenage child, but I'm still a child. You know, this is a person that's like, when you find out, you know, they got, because this is the first school I ever went to that, you know, it's like my first high school and stuff like that. So, like, the gym, the locker room's got this big group shower. I'm like, I ain't fucking going in there.
That weirds me out.
You know, I was like, there's no fucking way I'm showering in there with all these people.
Ugh. Yeah.
You know, and then you go to the bathroom area and there's no fucking stall doors. And I was like, this is horrible.
For what reason?
Yeah, for what reason?
Why?
What is happening here that requires you to not have a stall door? And I'm like, because inevitably the repercussions of not having a stall door gotta outweigh
Yeah.
that, you know, somebody may be hiding in the stall and not going to class.
Right.
You know, because I'm just in here trying to take a shit, and inevitably some kids are going to point and laugh.
Or do something. Yeah, not just point and laugh, but
Throw
or
some shit at you.
do something, take you off the pot,
Yeah.
something.
You never know. We're kids.
You never know. But to have, I never understood why no doors.
Yeah.
What's the reason?
Maybe somebody can elaborate that can explain why that's happening.
Yeah.
Elaborate in the comments or whatever on this
Please
video.
do.
That's,
I'm curious myself.
I've always wondered that, and that was, to me, that was really traumatizing as a kid. But I was like super insecure when I was little.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably why I started paying attention to people at such an early age, because I was trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
That's
where it started, the shitter.
Well, not just a shitter. It was way before
It was
the
that
shit.
day.
It was that day.
It was life-changing.
It was way before that. I mean, even with like girls and all of it, where you're just like, why am I so uncomfortable? And like certain people weren't. And you're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And you just start watching them and just trying to understand what it is that's really fucking happening here.
Yes. Yeah. Like what makes them able to do something that I'm held back on?
Yeah, that I'm like
stuck.
really scared about.
Yeah. For what reason?
And even to a certain degree, like doing this kind of stuff. If I was in grade school or high school and they told me that I had to do something like this, total fucking shutdown and meltdown.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like almost like I would have probably started crying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just totally froze up and fearful.
I don't know that I would have cried. I would have been my stomach would have been in knots.
Yeah.
I had issues with if there was something that would make me anxious or nervous or, you know, something up there.
Yeah.
My stomach would just be jacked
until
after it happened. Yeah.
See, and the few times where I've just forced myself to talk in front of people where I was like, I wasn't prepared for this at all.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever been in a car accident?
Nothing major, no.
But even just running into somebody, for me, when like I've been into a car accident, it's like tunnel vision. It's like the whole world slows like down, like in
Yes.
And it's like you got blinders on and you cannot get your peripheral to function, and what you're looking at in front of you is just kind of a blur. And it's like
not making sense.
Yeah, everything is just like I'm just trying to not fall apart here.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And that's the way it was, and it probably will happen again. But that's the way when I would try to talk in front of people like that, I would just go into that mode, and it was like,
really?
Yeah, like if the teacher was like reading in front of the class, it was like total fucking meltdown.
That sucks.
And it was like I struggled with reading anyways because I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
So it was like, then you look like you just can't you can't handle it.
You can't.
Everything's bad here.
Oh, God. just skip over him.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's fine. Yeah.
And I think the YouTube thing actually, I know it did. It actually helped me out tremendously in that regards. Because it was like, you know, the initial ones, it's like, oh, this is fucking weird. People are going to watch this.
Yeah. So after you had emailed me the episode that I was on, I couldn't watch it.
You couldn't?
I couldn't. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to listen to it because I can't watch myself because that's weird. And hear myself at the same time. Because, I mean, how often does that happen? It's not very common.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to listen to it. And I was listening to it with my daughter in the car. And she's like, Mommy, this sounds like you. that you? I'm like, yeah, that's Mommy. But you're here. I'm like, yep. I'm in the car driving. And she's like, that you? I'm like, yes. And she couldn't comprehend. I'm like, this is too much. I don't think I even finished listening to it because I was like, it's so strange.
Yeah.
Hearing, I'm like, I sound like that? I really do sound white, for one. And two, it's just, it just still, I can't watch myself, you know? Yeah,
it's hard. It's really hard. And I have to, you know, I got into the point where I have to do it. I force myself to do it because it's one of those things where it's like, I have to edit this if it needs editing.
Yeah. This isn't because this is great.
Yeah, you know, but like even I was having audio issues with the one we did with Patrick. The audio was out of sync because I fucked up on my computer prior to us recording. So it's like I was getting super frustrated, and I watched that thing so many times because I'm trying to fucking get it edited right.
Yeah.
But I would rather not. I mean, it's like I'm to the point where I'm like, I just sit down and fucking watch it.
Yeah.
But it's gotten a lot better because I realize that it's not as uncomfortable as I may think it is. When I'm watching it, it doesn't come across that way.
Right.
And then, you know, it's a confidence builder when you start watching it and you're like, okay, this.
No, not so much. From the peanut gallery?
No, that's why I'm back here. So I don't have to.
That's why she keeps avoiding putting the camera on herself.
Oh, come on.
Exactly.
Come on.
And then she sounds like just the voice from the other part of the wherever. Everybody's like, where's the third voice?
There?
That's why I wanted to get into radio, so that way you don't have to see me.
Well, you could put that camera on yourself when you say that.
No.
I thought about doing radio. This was years ago, but I felt like this I can do. This is comfortable. It's just having a conversation with you and wearing headphones at the same time.
Exactly.
You know, but I always felt like radio, I would stumble because I stutter. When I know I'm on the spot. This is, like I said, this is easy. This is just talking to a friend.
Yes.
You know, but to be on the radio, I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. And
like a DJ type of thing.
I don't know if I, you know, doing all this and as I progress with growing all the dumb shit that I get into, I asked myself if I could do that kind of stuff, if I could do like regular television and stuff. And I don't think I would want to.
I would not want to be on TV.
Or
No. This is a face for radio. Yeah. This is what this is.
Joffrey likes it, so. Tom Joffrey. So, yeah, it's just, I think my issue with it is the rules.
Yeah.
That would.
Yeah.
I like not having rules.
That would take away from you as a person.
Yes.
And you should not be filtered.
Exactly.
Because it wouldn't be you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like because there's so many issues on YouTube with people monetizing content that's not good for children. They've changed. Angela, hit mute on the computer one, the one that looks like the USB. Did you? Okay. Anyway, they put in rules where you have to declare whether your content is suitable for children. And I don't think that our content is not suitable for children, in my personal opinion. You know, some of it's vulgar and whatever else. But, you know, so I don't want to deal with the bullshit, and I just immediately just say none of it's suitable for children. Right. You know, because I don't want to have to answer to anyone telling me that what I said in a 2-hour-long podcast in a matter of 30 seconds was unsuitable in the whole 2 hours.
In the whole, yeah.
You know, so it's just like, nah, we'll just fucking, we'll get straight to, this is pornography.
Yeah. Pretty much.
This is pornography, and if we just keep it at that level, then I can. The sky is the limit on where I want to go with this, and I don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
And I know television's not that way because you have to deal with the FCC and all that bullshit, and
Yeah.
So
That's more hassle.
Yeah, and even radio, the same thing. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me fired.
Yeah. So might as well just take all that out of the equation and just do my own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. I think it's really cool.
I think that's why podcasting actually is blowing up for a lot of even actors, musicians, and stuff like that, because they're starting to realize I don't have to answer to nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have if my advertisers don't like it, then find somebody else.
Okay.
There's a list of people that want to advertise because of who I am. I don't have to answer to you because you didn't like the way I read your ad.
Right.
And there's a number of them. It's really hilarious because they'll shit on their advertisers reading the advertising because it's fun. I mean, ultimately, the advertiser has to determine whether or not they find it okay.
Right.
But their name's still getting out there.
Right, exactly. So it doesn't...
And people are remembering it.
Yes, the beggars can't be choosers, I guess. If the name's out there, it's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I like having control of it.
Yeah.
I think it's much more comfortable. As soon as somebody told me how to read something, it's game over.
Game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meltdown.
That's about as much as you read.
Yeah, and it's even when I do read that, it's just like a blur.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just going. It's like a speeding car.
Yeah. No, I think this whole thing is really cool. I think it's awesome. Patrick and I were talking about it, and he said that he's like, Patrick has a way with words. He's like, I don't consider him a go-getter, but if there's something that he wants to do, he'll go do it. I'm like, isn't that a go-getter?
Yeah.
He put it in his own, I mean, that's not verbatim, but basically he said that, if there's a project or an idea that you have, you'll see it through. And he's like, that's really cool. That's one of the things that I like about him.
Yeah. And I know, like, with all the, like, welding and fabrication stuff, I know that there's guys that are like, why won't you work on my shit? Because I don't want to.
There you go.
That
answers that.
It's not anything against anybody else's projects or anything. I give myself enough projects.
Right.
And I'm not going to accept not finishing them. I don't care how long it takes me.
Right.
I'm like I said when I was little, I can't have it now. Yeah. But I'm going to have it.
It's going to happen. No matter what it is.
Unless I'm fucking dead or completely incapacitated. Yeah. It's going to happen.
That's good. That's good. But, as long as it doesn't drive you crazy.
No.
It's a good trait to have.
Gives me something to focus on. So, that, like, especially like right now with everybody stuck at home.
Right.
I'd be losing my shit if I was the type of person that didn't just find shit to do.
Yeah, I'm almost there, and it's been less than a week. Because sometimes I just like to, get out and just be out and about and people watch and, literally just people watch, sit back, see what they're doing, figure out their story, make up a story, and that's just what I did. And I would go by myself. It was like my time to get away, be away from everything, not have to think, not have to answer to anyone. Yeah. Just to be and just go be.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because, when we get bored, we'll just jump in the car and go somewhere. Yeah. I mean, sometimes we'll just drive in a random direction and no rhyme or reason other than it's something to do. And I guess technically we could still do it.
You just can't get out of the car.
You just can't get out of the car.
You just got to stay in the car. And Patrick and I wanted to do that maybe this weekend, like go up to the Adirondacks or something, or just go for a drive. Because I don't want to do it during the week when I'm supposed to be working.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's...
This is pre-recorded. It was on Sunday.
Yep. But, you know, or when I'm supposed to be teaching my kids.
Yeah.
Well, that's outdoor activities. You could teach them about geography and
Exactly.
whatnot.
Do like a scavenger hunt out in nature, which I'm actually going to do when I get home. It's
Teach
just
them
gonna be
about
at
how to
home.
spread viruses.
Yeah. I mean, they're two germs themselves. They're just going to be going back and forth between each other.
Here, this is how it's done, kids.
Yes. So, social distancing. What? It doesn't apply in the Reynolds homestead.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, in regards to that, I've been I haven't really paid attention yesterday, but it seems like our president is on the verge of telling us to get back to work.
By Easter, no less.
Yeah, or at the latest by Easter.
Yeah.
So, and it's coming across to me in there's not much we can do about it type thing. We just need to get back to work and we'll sort it out. That's how it kind of came across to me.
Yeah. How do you propose we do that?
What do you think about that?
I mean, I guess it is what it is. As far as my line of work, I can work from home. Schooling, was that mentioned as well, or the workers? Like, I mean, it would have to be. I would imagine.
I don't think he really elaborated too much
Because we kind of, you know, as parents, need to know.
Yeah.
Are the schools going to be open?
Yeah, and I still think that's on the state level because nothing he said is mandated on the federal level yet.
Well, then what's the point of even talking if you're not going to see anything to fruition? If you're not going to make any moves?
But I think on the state level, if he recommends things on a federal level, the states kind of follow through.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
Yeah.
They don't have to, but they kind of do. Mm-hmm. So I was just, I know I see the comments that people make, and I see a lot of them that are like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're going to go back to work before this is all dealt with. Mm-hmm. And me being me, I try to be a realist about everything. Mm-hmm. And it sounds fucked up because it is fucked up, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it. I think those that get sick, like severely sick, I don't think there's really anything we can do about it.
In terms of?
I don't think there's any level of quarantining that's going to prevent them from getting sick. Because whether if it's today or 4 months from now, they're going to get sick from this because it's not ever going away. You can't get rid of it. It's always going to be there. Whether maybe it's next winter, whatever, it's going to be there.
Right.
And I understand that we're trying to alleviate the pressure on the hospitals, but I'm like, to what extent?
But how is everyone going to work going to?
Because they're worried that we're going to spread it by going to work.
That's not going to alleviate the hospitals, though.
That's what I think.
How is that going to do any?
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if I'm just the only asshole.
No, I'm right up there with you.
You know,
I mean, I don't agree. I agree. We should not be going back to work until we see the decline, or at least a plateau or something. The numbers can't keep rising, and then everyone's like,
okay, so I'm on the other end of that. So you're on the we shouldn't go back to work, and I'm like, nah, we probably should just go back to work.
You think we should?
Yeah.
I don't think we should.
You don't think we should?
Do you want to fucking duke it out?
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's it. God damn it.
I mean,
posting something
you know
on
what?
Facebook.
Just delete this whole thing. I don't even delete the episode I was on too. The prior one. I want nothing to do with this one, this dark one. Cubans got lies. Lies. No, I don't. I don't. I mean, don't you think that us going back to work is just going to further spread it?
Maybe at a little bit faster rate, but no.
You don't think so?
I think the number is going to be the number. And
you think we're at the plateau now?
No. I think
if people die, the number's got to go down at some point.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that this arc that they keep talking about, this is the number. Okay, well, the people that are going to get sick from this, that number is going to still happen. It may not happen within a week span.
Yeah.
It may be a 6 month span. You're talking about
spread out.
But it's still going to happen.
Right.
So And like I said, the news and the people that are talking, they're saying we're trying to help the hospital situation because obviously we got people in the hospital for various other reasons. They're not just filled with coronavirus people, but they only have so much room and only so much caregivers. So they're trying to make sure this doesn't turn into a shit show, which it already is.
It's pretty much there.
You know, so I'm like, well, if we're already in a really shitty situation in the hospital field, and we're already in a shitty situation on the economical end, at some point we got to make a decision on when we're just going to say, we got to fix one of them. We can try to fix both, and we will.
Yeah.
But we can't just fucking devastate everything.
Everything all across the board.
Yeah. Because we're hoping that we're going to save some lives. And I'm like, but these are all theoretical numbers. Nobody knows how many people are going to get sick. Nobody knows how long this has been here. You know, they assume that it's been here for a certain amount of time, but they don't know because they weren't testing for it.
Right.
You know,
I can see your point. I can. And I respect it. I appreciate it.
but fuck you.
But you're wrong. No. Your opinion is wrong. No. My concern is, do I agree with you? Yes, I agree that it's going to be there. The number's going to be the number. And what you're saying is true. It is actual factuals. Yes. My concern is if I go back into an office and who knows who comes into the office, where they came from, and they hand me money, do I wash my hands? Yes. That's fine. When I go to pick up my children at my 70-year-old mother's house,
No, you're going to get her sick.
with my 69-year-old father who has COPD, do I have to completely derobe and change before I pick up my kids? Are they going to want to see flappy tits? No, they're not. You know, I'm just afraid. It worries me. Patrick being out in the field when he goes to pick up is however you're supposed to go is how you're supposed to go. And there's no deterring that from happening. But if there are steps I can take to slow it down, I'm not saying do I want to be out of work and, for months on end? No, but maybe to help bring this down a little bit. I don't care if you lie to me and say that, hey, you know what? We got it down to 100 people.
I think that's what it's
That's
actually...
the naive part of me.
I think that's actually what it's going to boil down to be
lie to me then. I don't
that's
care.
what they're going to have to start doing.
Fucking lie to me.
Because, again, I get back to me trying to be a realist. Is people are going to get fucked. They don't understand how bad this is going to be. There's going to be a lot of people lost in the shuffle and a lot of businesses and stuff. And even if they said, go back to work tomorrow, there's going to be chaos ensuing because people are scared.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of backlash. People saying, no, so what are the repercussions? No, I don't want to go back yet.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's tomorrow or a month from now. People are still going to be scared.
They're still going to be scared. There's no timeline.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, when do we tear the Band-Aid off?
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
Because there's always going to be the fear there. If you're scared of getting this and scared of transmitting it, it's always going to be there because this is not going away.
Right.
So it's like, okay, so how do we deal with it? Does the media just come out and collectively say, time to start lying to people? To get everybody psychologically back
prepared
to normal?
Yeah.
And
I think it would have helped if certain politicians didn't say, oh, we're thinking around this time, everything is going to be good. If you don't put a time on it, then I don't think it would be as hard. And if the media did start to feed us these lies or, I think that at some point, yes, we are going to have to go back to work. But if they come and say, you know what, everything's going to be good by next month, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's not true.
That's because it's not true.
Yeah.
If they told me that come June, oh yeah, the numbers are decreasing, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's great. Let's fucking go to work. But that's like I said, that's the naive part of me where sometimes you just don't want to deal with it. And that it's a lie. And it's not But
Easter Bunny.
the Easter Bunny does exist.
The Easter Bunny is here.
Yes.
And the Easter Bunny got rid of the coronavirus.
Yes. And he
you
has
can
some
all
candy
go back
for
to
you.
work,
Yes.
and everything's good.
But you know what? That's just some people deal with things differently. I get it.
Yeah, that's the shit that I get in trouble with all the time because I'm the person that says just fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's fine. But do I think that people should push? I mean, with you, do I think people should be pushy and like combative? No, there's no need for it.
There isn't.
Just be open to suggestion or opinion.
I think a lot of people are just going to have to make a decision for themselves, really.
Yeah.
I mean, because right now not everybody, but there's a lot of people, you'll see them with the things, stay home on their stupid Facebook picture, and they're mad at people that showed up at the beach. And I'm like, yes, those guys are dickheads.
Leave them alone. They're not affecting you.
I'm like, it's still a virus. And the virus still spreads the way it spreads.
Right.
And you have to come to terms with this reality and make a decision on how you choose to live your life.
Right.
And if you were truly, authentically scared of it, you can't lash out at people because they don't want to hide out in their house forever. Mm-hmm. Because some people are going to sit back and say, I understand it's still here, but I'm not living the rest of my life like this.
Hold up.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah.
Or in a bunker.
Exactly.
No, I agree. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Do I feel like everyone should voice it just because for the sake of talking and hearing their own voice? No. Sometimes it's just you got to bite your tongue.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
It really, really is.
Oh, yeah.
Believe you me.
Oh, yes.
I get it, but I don't think that you should take every opportunity to say something.
And
why?
Not only just say something, but to lash out.
For what? What is the reason? What are you accomplishing?
Nothing.
And just like I told you.
Yeah.
Someone took the bait.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. That's what I'm talking about, but all right.
Yeah. And that's kind of a weird thing. Again, things I pay attention to and watching how people are responding and interacting. And I've had to snooze a bunch of people because it's just too much sometimes.
Yeah.
Not everybody that posts something I'm snoozing, but when it's the 30th post they've made, I'm like, enough. Yeah. I get it. Like you're in the irrational state.
Yes.
You're in the state where there is no open conversation.
Mm-hmm. That's what I don't like.
Yeah. Is
like, did we disagree on something? Yes.
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk after this? I mean, maybe not. But no, probably not. but we agreed to disagree. Yeah. And it's just how things should be.
Yeah. Like, I mean, and that's what's weird. Like you said, there's nothing that cracks me up more than when somebody posts that. Well, we're just going to have to agree to disagree.
Well,
and they say it in an angry way.
Like, to come down. Yeah. A couple notches here.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
I'm like, just punch him in the leg and move on.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yes. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Well, shit's fucking turned out weird for a little bit. Just punch him in the leg and let's go fuck off in the yard or something.
Move on. Exactly. Everyone should be punching legs.
Yes.
Moving forward, everyone just punch legs.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah, nothing. Just figure it out.
Continue podcasting.
Mm-hmm. So let's get off that subject because it sucks.
Yes, please.
Did your family have any, because St. Paddy's Day just passed and you're obviously not Irish.
100% not.
And now everybody's going to miss Easter too.
Yeah, well, no.
Maybe.
We're going to be all working by then, remember?
Yeah.
Way to bring it back.
I know.
God damn it.
Jesus. Take her off the show. Yeah. Can't work under these conditions.
No wonder you don't put the camera on yourself.
So much negativity from this corner.
So, what are the celebrations and stuff that you guys do as a family?
Like me and Patrick and the kids?
Yeah, like
Well, just about all of them now.
Traditions and
Because
celebrations.
I never did when I was growing up. No,
Really?
We did Thanksgiving. I didn't know people did like Christmas dinners. That blew my mind.
You're Puerto Rican. They didn't celebrate Christmas dinners. Wow.
Yeah, no, we didn't do no. So there's a lot of stuff since being with Patrick that I had never done, eaten, celebrate. You know, just it blew my mind. Like I never had corned beef and cabbage until I met him, and it was a few years in. I was like, "What is that nasty smell?"
I don't think I've ever had that.
It's so good. Oh my God. So for my birthday, for a few years, I'd go to my mother-in-law and be like, I want corned beef and cabbage. And she's like, it's October. I'm like, uh-huh.
Definitely turned white.
I did. It's great. It's the greatest thing ever. It's like opened my eyes to like all this different food, like shepherd's pie. I never had that.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, look, I'm not going to go out and buy it.
No.
But if somebody makes it and said, hey, you want some of this?
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, yeah.
I was like, this is everything in one pie. This is great. But no, we do all of them. St. Patrick's Day, Easter, barbecue for Memorial Day. Like we never really did anything. And then what other holidays? Thanksgiving we did.
Yeah.
Christmas. When
I was growing up, obviously Christmas was a big deal. And all the Hispanics I've ever been around, you celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve, and it's like kind of a New Year's Eve thing. Everybody gets all fucking shitty.
Yeah.
And they have all the food and everything, and then at midnight they let the kids open up the presents and fuck Santa Claus because he doesn't exist.
He stopped existing when I turned 7.
We'll talk about Santa Claus and pretend he exists, but you know who the fuck bought you these presents. Because they've been there all week.
That's awesome. Yeah, right? Oh, man. No, we didn't.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, with having a lot of alcoholics in my family.
Oh, yeah.
Any celebration is a reason to celebrate.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is.
That's how, so my family, like my parents, they didn't, because we were so far out in Idaho Falls. And then even in the area that they're in now, you know, it's like 5-6 hours from New York City, which is where my dad's siblings are, his sisters. They know how to freaking party, though. Dang. They do. And it's funny because in that family, not to sidebar, but in that family, I'm the black sheep. Because I am the whitest. I don't drink and I don't smoke anything.
Yeah.
So, and I don't, you know, my mom didn't teach us any Spanish. So I'm like super far out there when it comes to anything. And we actually went to go visit them, my mom and I, in November. And there's a couple, hey, you smoke? I'm like, no. Do I look like I do? Do I sound like I do?
That's funny because that's the universal question. Do you smoke weed?
Yeah, not do you smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, if somebody asks you, do you smoke?
Yeah.
If you've ever never smoked weed and you don't understand that, if somebody says, do you smoke? They're talking about getting fucking high.
Yeah. And I realized that a couple years ago when one of my friends told me, he's like, that's not what they're asking.
Yeah, especially if they whisper it to you.
You smoke?
Yeah. They come up and be like, hey, do you smoke?
You're right.
They're wanting to go fucking have a pot party.
Let's go let's go hotbox in someone's car. Yeah. Right? No. Yeah. No. Julie doesn't partake in anything. I'm as lame as they come. Yeah. But I know how to have fun. Yeah. So that's the trade-off, I guess. I remember everything.
Yeah.
While you guys tear shit up.
I remember everything.
I remember how it actually happened, though.
I remember how it happened.
We'll see. We'll see over the summer when you get shit-faced.
There was only one time that I didn't remember something, but it was horrid, and I didn't get any sleep.
Yeah.
So some friends of the family, we went out to this club. I think this was the bathroom day, the vents. This was after that, but I was over at their house, and we were getting ready to go out, and we had already started drinking at the house excessively. You know, for whatever reason, they like gin, which tastes like fucking pine needles to me, and I can't stand it. So I was drinking Jack Daniels. And somebody had a wild turkey, like the little thingies, the little double shots that you get from the liquor store. I was drinking those and some Wild Turkey 101 and those because I don't like gin. I think it's disgusting. So by the time we leave there, we're smashed. All right. And then we start smoking in the car. Weed.
Cigaweed.
Cigaweed. Well, they were blunt, so cigars. So we started smoking in the car.
Weed cigars.
I don't know where in the fuck we went. It was like some sort of club, but it wasn't like hopping. I mean, there wasn't a lot of people in there.
Where was this?
In Oregon.
Oh, okay.
So I still to this day don't know what the place was that we went to. You know, I'm just in the car riding.
You're just
around,
there.
Riding with these people. We get
Living the dream.
Wherever we end out is where we end out. So we get in this place and, you know, like I said, it was dead, you know, but we're thrashed at this point. By the time we get there, we're just run over. I'm fully coherent except for not knowing exactly what this place is called or what part of town it's in. We end up leaving there, and then, you know, they dropped me off at my aunt and uncle's house, and I think I was living with them at the time, and they were going to have a party the next day. I don't know what time of year it was. Like, I don't know if this was like a 4th of July thing or whatever the fuck it was, but they were going to have their party at home in the driveway with the roasted pig and all that stuff.
Yes.
You know, so I get in. It's super early in the morning. It's like almost 5.
Jesus.
Yeah. I go to try to lay down to get some sleep. My uncle wakes me up 2 hours into me sleeping. I need your fucking help. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. He's like, no, get your ass up. I need your fucking help. You know, because he's trying to prepare for this stuff later in the day and getting the pig all ready and whatnot. So I got 2 hours of sleep in that condition. And come 1, 2 o'clock, somewhere in that vicinity, the drinking begins. 2 hours of sleep. I just got railroaded the night before.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
It didn't end well because I ended out, I don't know how I got into the living room, but I was so tired, I just passed out. I just remember waking up to my uncle hitting me in the legs and dragging me across the living room floor. And I'm like, God. Get the fuck off of me.
Oh, my God.
But I'm like, shut down. That was the only time I've ever been that way.
Dead weight.
Yeah, it was because it was like I was beyond exhausted and then taking all that shit that are downers. That was it.
Oh, man.
But that was the only time I've ever not remembered.
That doesn't sound like a party.
It was not good.
That doesn't sound fun at all. No.
But usually I remember, not usually, and other than that time, I remember everything vividly. Now, I may not give a fuck what's happening.
But you remember.
I remember it, and it was absolutely intentional.
Oh, God. I don't know. I never understood it. Because I don't drink, you know. I feel like, not that I missed out, but why? Like, if you know you're going to feel like shit the next day.
Well, I didn't feel like shit. I was just so...
Any other person, though.
Yeah.
You're a little off.
Yeah.
So... Yeah,
I'm going to tell you right now, if I got hungover and had those kind of issues, I would never do it.
Yeah.
The first time it happened, I wouldn't. Throwing up is one of the worst things that could happen to me.
Yeah.
And if I do anything that makes me throw up, I'm not doing it again.
Not doing it again.
When I was a little kid, I ate like this, you know, the giant bags of potato chips.
Yeah.
I ate one of those things of Lay's barbecue flavored chips, which I really liked them.
Yeah.
It took me probably 20 years to be able to eat that shit again.
Oh my God. You know what it was for me? Corn dogs. And what are the little cinnamon sugar cakes? Coffee cakes.
Oh, okay.
Those I can't eat coffee cakes. I don't like them anyways, not anymore. But corn dogs, those threw me for a loop, man. There was one time, I don't know if it was just, I don't know what it was, but they were like mini ones. And this was years ago. probably about 25, 30 years ago now. I had him and just boofed all over. It was just a bad scene.
Yeah.
And I've had him since within the past couple of years.
But it took a while. Yeah.
Took about 20 years.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, if I ever throw up from drinking, that ain't happening.
That's the end of it.
That's the end of it.
Ooh.
And I say they're bad genes from my father.
Well, they could be good ones, though.
But they could be good ones because I don't have the repercussions that most
crazy.
people do. And it's like, so I'm able to, I don't ever feel like I have to do any of it. Mm-hmm. And I don't ever have hangovers, and I don't ever have like all the negativity that I've always associated with doing that kind of stuff.
Right.
I don't have those things.
Wow.
So it's like when I want to do it just to get a little more rowdy,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Because that's what you need.
Yeah.
Is that liquid courage.
Yeah. Usually it happens around my cousin that was on the last podcast.
Oh, yeah? That was great, by the way. He seems like good company.
Yes.
Yeah, good stories.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
9 times out of 10, all those events happened under the influence of something. So you mixed, there's like certain people that I really mesh well with. Mm-hmm. And if you throw in that little extra,
Just a little push.
that fucking pot boils big time.
Yes. And it runneth over. Or so
All
they
over,
say.
blows up in the kitchen.
Yes. Just explodes.
And it's fun. It
Good.
is really fun.
As long as you're having fun, you're not hurting anyone.
Well,
Well,
Physically.
well,
physically, yeah.
yeah, no, well, they're
Not with ill intentions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Typically doesn't end out physical.
Yeah.
There's been stuff, but it had nothing to do with the drinking. It just had to do with drama.
Yeah. And it's no drama. I'm all about the no drama.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a buzzkill and a quick way to make me not want to hang out with somebody.
Seriously, I've cut off so many people. Like my group of my circle is like non-existent now.
Yeah.
You know, I've just cut so many people out of my life because I don't have the time. And it happened more so when I had the kids.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this is tiresome.
Well, you start putting stuff in perspective too. You know, it's like, you know, with our other daughter, she's got her new baby and everything, and I know exactly where she's at in her life mentally because I remember it vividly
Yeah.
from when I was her age. And it's like there's so many things that she thinks this is the way it's always going to be, and this is the kind of what we're creating. And it's like you don't want to rain on her parade.
Yeah. You just got to let it happen.
Yeah. But you watch it and you're like, yeah, I was there. I saw that.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, I was like, that was all bullshit.
Seriously. That's what you call a second kid. Like, I'm going to be this parent. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And
Well, you just start to realize that everybody's got their own path. And these people that think they're going to be around you for the rest of your life, most of the time are not. You know, and they're going to go down whatever path they choose to go down, good or bad, but it's just different from yours.
exactly. No, I totally agree. I mean, do I have the same friends that I had like 3 years ago? No.
Yeah.
Or even 2 years ago. You know, that's no. And I'm okay with that. You know, if you want to come and walk with me, you know, that's great. And then if you see something that, you know, ooh, shiny object, and you go this way, hey, thanks for walking with me for however long we were meant to be walking together. You know?
Exactly.
If it ends a certain way, then it ends a certain way.
And it's not that you're not friends with those people. It's just not...
Life happens.
Yeah, it's not the level of friends that you once were.
Exactly.
And it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know, you can't control it.
It's like a lot of the people that I have on friends on social media, a lot of those people are people from those moments.
Yeah.
Various different moments. And is there going to ever become a time where we're back in a situation like that? I don't know. Probably not.
Who knows?
But you never know.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's okay.
Yeah, they're there. There's no, you know, bad blood, you know, per se. They're there.
Yeah.
And that's all right.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So
What else you got over there?
we're going to talk about being poor.
Let's talk about being poor.
That goes back to the Tupperware we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. And holding on to shit forever.
Eating ramen and hamburger helper.
Yeah.
Sitting
So-
on milk crates. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's do it. So
Go ahead.
a lot of my perspective is because I grew up in poverty. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to say I'm like Orphan Annie or something. And it definitely was not poverty to the level that it can get.
Yeah.
But it's poverty on the level of parents struggling to just buy you something for Christmas and they don't know what to do. And where you're eating peanut butter and bread that my dad cooked in the stove and tried to make a pie out of it.
The thoughts there.
Yeah, because he's trying to jazz up this bullshit because that's all we got.
Let me toast this, guy. This is not what you had for lunch.
Yeah. So there's a lot of it is from that. And then seeing my friends that some of them had way worse than me. And you're just like, oh, this is for real.
Yeah.
And so, and then me not accepting that kind of stuff, that's where a lot of my perspectives come from. So that's why I was wanting to touch base with you, because you seem like you didn't have the wealthiest upbringing.
It wasn't the wealthiest, but it's not like I had like a silver spoon in my mouth, the entire time. But we weren't like my dad was in the military. My mom, for the most part, would stay at home. She had the occasional job up until, however long ago. But we had gifts, for Christmas. It definitely wasn't on the same level as you. We didn't go without, but we weren't, living in this lavish home. It was like middle class, because my dad worked very hard to make sure that we had what he didn't have. He was excited to get a pair of shoes for Christmas.
Yeah.
And there were years where he went out. So he was definitely on a completely different level. My mom, I don't know. She doesn't talk about it. I don't ask. She'll offer that information when she ever wants to. But fast forward to Patrick and myself, we were lucky. We weren't handed a lot of stuff, but one thing that we did get was we got the house that we're in. I don't know if you know that story.
No.
So you've been to our house. So the house right next door to us?
Yes.
That was his grandfather's house.
Okay.
And we shared that driveway.
Is that the one where I think it's his brother's cousins?
His cousin.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was our driveway.
Okay.
And then we parked right over here.
Okay.
That used to be all gravel. And then Grandpa passed away. And Patrick has his father and two uncles. They split off that house in 20 some odd acres. And we got our house with like 3 1/4 acres. So his father gave us the house. We didn't have anything in it. We took a futon from my parents' house. We were sitting on milk crates, and we bought a $25 couch from someone down the road that was so incredibly old. It was falling apart. And I took was it a twin bed that we were sleeping on? I think I might have a twin bed that we were sleeping on, and we didn't. I think I was working at Walmart at the time, maybe making like $10, $11 an hour. And he had just graduated college.
Roughly how old were you guys then?
20, we got the house in 2007. So 24.
Okay.
He was 23.
How old are you now?
I don't know. I was born in 83. I don't know. 36?
I forget.
I don't pay attention.
After 21, I was like,
I don't know. Once I hit my 30s, I'm like, it's going to It's downhill.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
I know they're like, you're not supposed to ask a lady her age. I fucking ask questions.
I don't give a shit. I don't care.
I forget all the time.
You can ask me. That doesn't
Right,
mean I'm going to
Angela?
know.
You do have a microphone?
Nobody's going to believe me anyway, so I have no need to lie about my age.
I think
Well,
she told me one time. I was like, no.
Yeah, she's much older than she looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be 41 in a couple months.
No.
Yeah.
I'll be 37 in October, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
42, and I'm just barely remembering that. I think because it's like kind of a 42 is kind of like one of those numbers that's easy to remember.
Yeah. And I'm at the one where I'm like, carry the 3.
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
The 3 and the 7 don't really fit well.
No, it
You know,
doesn't. If I can just skip over that.
2 2s equal a 4, so that kind of, it's kind of one of
Basic
those
math.
numbers. Yeah.
Basic math is definitely helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But prior to this, the 41, fucking didn't remember if I was 40 or 41.
No, I'll remember when I'm 40. I'm not looking forward to it. I know age is just a number for all of you that believe that.
Are you going to be one of the ones that gets traumatized from 40?
I was traumatized when I hit 35.
Were you?
No, 36 hit me worse than 35.
What kind of trauma? What were you?
I'm like, oh my God, now I'm that much closer to 40.
What did that mean, though?
To me, it's just, it's me reaching an age. I associate my age with my older brother's age and where he was in his life and my sister. So to see where they were and how, granted, this is way far off because my kids can't have kids, but my brother was a grandfather not too terribly far from 40.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, it's creeping up. And I'm like, wait, I have an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
This better not be creeping up. That's all I know.
So you're basically, this is your gauge of what should be happening at your age.
Yeah. Oh, I had so many plans for when I turned 30. I mean, I was like, I'm going to get married. I'm going to have 2 kids. I'm going to sew my shit up and be done. No, that did not happen.
Just sew it up like you're crocheting.
Let's get this shit. I mean, poke a hole in it and I'm good.
just do a French braid across it.
I mean, I can't even French braid. Whatever. Sew it shut. The jungle is closed. It's done. But then, shit didn't happen the way I had planned. Patrick wanted to have multiple kids. I'm like, you're not actually having them. You're not pushing them out of your snapper. You have no say in it. So, you don't. No, you don't. So we wanted to have 2, and then that didn't happen immediately. I had my son. And that happened quick. I was fertile myrtle, And then the second one, that didn't happen, as I'm sure you know. And then Merritt happened, and I was like, I think we're good. We're done. They're 4 years apart. That's plenty. And I'm not ruining this beautiful figure.
Well, it's a good
any more than it is.
It's a good gap, as far as.
Yes.
I'm not talking about the other one. I was like, as soon as I said that, I was like, wow, that fucking came out wrong.
Way to go. Cool. It's fine. Way to fucking ruin it. This guy, we're done. This is like three strikes and you're out.
Yeah,
Shit.
Well, I guess in terms it was a compliment, but that's not what I was trying to say. It's a good age gap, to clarify. To that 4-year difference between kids, because hand-me-downs work. Obviously, it's a girl and a boy, so certain things are not going to be hand-me-down. But
Hey, don't discriminate.
That's true.
yeah, whatever. But you get a break, and then your older kid, as they can start watching the other one when they get to the teen
Yes.
level.
Yeah.
And when they're too close, everything's happening all at once.
It's just a shit show for years.
Yeah, and it seems like it's just you also can't fix your fuck ups as a parent.
Right.
So when this one, if it's like a year apart, you're pretty much on the same
It's
schedule.
the same level.
So I'm fucking both of you up.
Yeah. There's no help.
Yeah.
Everything is lost. Sorry for your luck.
Yeah.
Did the best I could. Good luck.
So I just think that's a fair
It is.
way to do better as a parent.
It is a good age gap. I thought when I had Merritt, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. Buddy's going to help out. He's going to want to be the big brother. Not yet.
Which
He's
may
like,
not ever happen.
Right. Well, at the moment, she's an annoying sister who just wants to be around him, and he wants nothing to do with her. Which I have to keep reminding myself of. That is, he's used to being that only kid for those 3.5, 4 years, and then bring in this, little white girl into the mix. And she is, she is blonde hair, blue eyes, fair skin. And she's just like put a wrench in his plans.
Yeah. It was probably in the beginning, oh, this is cool. And then
It was.
not cool anymore.
And then when she started to crawl and get into his stuff, he's like, but those are mine.
Yeah.
That's mine. Put it down.
Yeah.
And she's like, let me drool and put it in my mouth.
Well, you could see it in your dance party video that you posted.
When he hip checked her,
Yeah.
he's
He was like,
me.
This is my dance floor.
Yes. He is. And I try to do 50-50 and give him a lot of attention, give her a lot of attention, and it gets hard because I have a very special place in my heart for Sis, because the middle one was supposed to be a girl.
Yeah.
But then there's Buddy. That's my boy.
Yeah.
And he is just as sarcastic and just as much of an asshole as I am. So that's going to be the one. He's going to be the one that I'm going to have a hard time with. And I can't fucking wait. I can't wait.
Get into it with
Oh man. Cause sometimes we do, and he'll raise his eyebrow and he'll do this, hand motion. I'm like, who the hell do you think you are? And he'll be like, I'm your son. I'm like, well, shit. Yes, you are. God damn. And he gets them. He gets all the motions and he knows the attitude, and we feed off of each other. So I like to think it's a good 50-50.
With my parents, obviously my dad wasn't around hardly at all when I was little. My mom passed away when I was 13. But I never, other than being a mama's boy up to that point, I never really felt like I'm just like them. Not at that point. There was a very strict boundary, it seemed like. Like, if we started, like, copping little, towards our parents.
Oh, no.
That was all downhill.
Yeah, no, we don't do that with my parents. You do not. Now it's kind of, it's a little hairy.
Yeah.
A little hairy there.
A little fuzzy on the boundary.
Yeah, because the kids will do it to me and Patrick in front of, other people, and everyone, you get the reaction like, whoa.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, you don't know how we are inside.
Yeah.
And behind closed doors.
That's like Angela and my relationship. I say some really fucking outlandish shit to her.
Yeah.
We're constantly telling each other that we don't love you. You don't love me.
Right. Oh, no, I do the same thing
You're
to
a liar.
Patrick. Right. Oh, no. I do the same thing to Patrick. Absolutely. When he's
other
doing
people
shit.
don't get it.
Right.
If they're around enough, they get it. This is the way we interact.
Yes.
But if they don't know us that well, they don't get it.
Gasp.
They'll be like, did he just say that to her?
Right.
Oh, how fucked up is he?
Yeah. Pretty fucked up. But but I don't mean that. I actually love my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's funny how other people's relationships are.
Yeah.
Relationships, friendships, any sort of ship that you have.
I think, if I'm honest, I think that I'm actually really lucky in that regard because I like to play. Like, there's no rules as far as what comes out of my mouth. It's the intent.
Right.
Now, if my intention's bad, I think that, it's obvious. That's kind of my mentality. If my intention is bad, you're going to know my intention's bad.
Yeah.
But if I said something to you totally fucking crazy and out of line and I got a smile on my face,
Right.
it was meant to be shocking.
Right. Yes. And that's what see. I think that's awesome, you know. And I'll try to do the same thing with Patrick. Like because we get on such a routine, you know, having the kids, a little bit of structure instead of going all haywire all the time. You know, if we get caught in the monotony of everything, I'm like, it's time to pick a fight.
Yeah.
What can I do to pick a fight?
Yeah.
You know, and the kids know it. They're just like, ugh, here we go.
Yeah.
And, you know, sis will come in and she'll put her hands on her hips, and it's only me that she yells at. She does not yell at Patrick. Mommy, I think you need to take a deep breath.
She's putting you in check.
She does, Mommy. And she'll give me these eyes. You need to take a deep breath and don't talk fast. Oh, all right. But she doesn't get the, you know, the sarcasm, and that's, I hope that she picks up on that quick, though. That's
She will. It has to.
Yeah, especially if that's how we are with Buddy, and, you know, I'm with that way with Patrick.
I think there's like with my daughter, you know, Adriana, she's the oldest of the two. I think there's elements that she struggles with in my humor at times. But if I watch her around her friends, she's doing the same shit.
Yeah. It might be more of like a denial thing at first.
It does. I don't like it when it's targeting me.
Yes. Some people can't handle it.
But she'll grow into it.
Yeah.
You know, you start to realize
comes with time.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, for guys, so if somebody calls you gay, that's the worst thing in the world, right? For most guys. And when I was little, if somebody would like kind of insinuate,
Yeah.
fuck you talking about, you know?
Yeah.
If somebody does that to me now, I'm gonna be like, are you trying to touch my dick?
Let's touch on this subject. Because sometimes I see text messages on my husband's phone. And I'm all for whatever you're into, man. Have fun doing it. If you like to sword fight, if you like to scissor fight, whatever.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Scissor fight.
Whatever.
I gotta tell you something on that, but keep going.
Oh my God, hold on. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But the messages that I see on my husband's phone while my kids are watching videos or looking something up, what makes you guys so comfortable that you feel the need to send such ridiculous gay shit, literally gay, pictures, comments to each other in the group chat? I don't care. I really don't care. I just don't understand why. Like I have pictures on, like, memes on my phone where I'll send them to Patrick because I think they're funny. That's my husband. You know, whether they're sexual, whether they're gay, whatever. But I found one and he cracked up. I go, do you want me to screenshot this and send it to you? And I'm thinking in my head, so you can send to your boyfriends and share in the group chat? Because I know that's what he does. Anything, but it wasn't like just a funny meme. It was like a homosexual one.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I don't understand the logic. Please explain.
Okay, so
Break it down.
I'm not as far into it as some of them, but I
Okay.
do get them.
Okay.
I don't know how recently you saw some of Patrick's memes and things.
It's
But,
been a while.
okay, so the most recent one that was sent to me was from a mutual friend, Matt Smith.
Oh boy.
And it was of somebody with a hand like this and a face drawn on it singing. And it was singing this song. And then the second part of the song was of a face on the head tip of his penis as the camera shifted over to his dick and he was making it sing.
Oh,
Yes.
you can. You know what?
Look, I never thought about that until I saw that video and I was like, what the fuck?
I'm seeing if I can find this. Keep going.
I'll pull it up. Well, it'll get us kicked off from YouTube, so I can't let everybody see it. But
Oh,
anyway,
no, that's okay.
I'll show you it later. But anyways, I was just like, I was like, what the fuck? And then I have a very specific coworker that'll send crazy ass shit to me like that too. And I've got a couple of friends that I'll send stuff to. They're in Arizona. One of them is really reeled back. The other one is a friend named Brandon. I went to grade school with him. And,
Oh, wow.
And another friend named Samson. I went to school with him too. Like recently, I was... we were attacking each other because we're all at fucking home doing nothing. I don't remember what the scope of the conversation was, but it was referring to him doing something gay in nature. And,
As always.
And he put this
Right?
meme up with an Asian guy that was like from a TV show or a movie where the guy like slides out of his office and he's like, but he's eating something.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'll ask you what you're eating, but I know what it is. And I sent him a picture of a pot with a cat in it.
Oh, my God.
We're kind of going back and forth. And then, so I send him this picture that I stumbled across of, it looks like a Filipino man or something. I don't know what nationality, but it's a mixture of Hispanic and Asian.
I can't.
Fat and gross and sweaty and wearing a bra.
Oh. Oh.
So I send that to him. I'm like, the fuck's going on? Basically insinuating that's him. So I'll get into it on that level.
Yeah.
Or where like some of my coworkers will be like, we'll definitely get into it on a verbal level.
Yeah.
Or grab a titty or something like that.
So
But I'm not trying to look at dicks.
Right. And I'm not assuming any of the people in the group chat are.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. No, I'm not like with my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, scissor lover.
Yeah.
Maybe to one of them, Colleen, my redhead. But that's like an inside joke,
Like I was saying during Patrick's episode, almost everything that guys do ends out leading towards something sexual in nature.
Right.
It's for us growing up, this was like taboo to talk about stuff like
now
this.
You're like balls to the wall.
Yeah, we're fucking
All of my friends balls to the wall.
We're gonna say and do whatever the fuck we want
it blows my
amongst
mind.
ourselves, and it's fine. We get it.
So you can really make them talk?
Apparently,
You haven't tried?
no. But I have told people that it was a fish mouth.
Angela, I'm going to task you. That's disgusting. I task you with finding this out.
So now the next time you look at fish in a fish tank
I will-
and you see them making that little...
Flying mushrooms. Or floating mushrooms. Ew, the sound effect too?
Yes. Small Tupperware burps.
So let me... Ew. So let's touch back on...
Scissoring.
No.
Before I forget.
No, okay. And then we got to circle back to balls. Okay.
So a friend of mine, she's not like a super close friend, associate more. Mm-hmm. Her name's Carly Hustle. She used to be on a radio station.
Name dropping.
Yeah.
Okay.
She used to be on one of the radio stations in Arizona. And she had this club event that she would put on that was for lesbians. And during one of her promotional posts on social media, she was promoting this and said, "No, ladies, it is not appropriate to walk up to somebody and say, 'Hey, you want a scissor?'"
Oh my God.
And I almost lost my shit. I thought that was the funniest thing ever in a promotional advertisement.
Oh my God. She was allowed to...
Hey, it's the internet. Whatever.
Wow. More power to you. I mean...
But I'm like, that's the kind of humor that's funny to me. I'm like, that's the
absolutely.
shocking. You didn't expect
The
to
shock
hear somebody
factor.
say that
Yes,
to you.
Yes. Oh my.
It puts the phrase running with scissors in a whole new light.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, to...
The hamster just started fucking running full speed in my head.
Yeah. This is where you lose him.
This is where it goes totally inappropriate.
Well, this is actually very inappropriate. So I saw this thing, and I don't know if it's true, but I would love for you to test it and then, write back to me. So I saw this thing on this Facebook page that I follow. And this is like in the comfort of your own home, maybe not even have Angela there. So you get a bowl, preferably one that you're not going to reuse, and you fill it with like soy sauce or something. I would recommend soy sauce.
I'm not Asian.
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Fill it with soy sauce, drop trowel, and apparently you have like these receptors in your balls where you'll taste it if you put
Soy sauce on and dip your balls
in them.
So you have to teabag the soy sauce?
You have to teabag the soy sauce.
That's definitely Asian.
What?
Who told you this?
I saw it on Facebook.
Samson, or if you're listening,
anyone
need
could
you to verify if this is correct.
I would love to, because I posted it on Facebook a while ago.
I don't taste my jeans,
You're gonna taste the soy sauce,
but my balls are always touching my jeans and underwear or whatever.
but they're
I don't
not.
taste them.
Like, how tight is your shit?
It depends on if they're clean or not.
Either way, I task you. I want to know. Report back to me. Someone find out in the comments.
Look,
I would love to know.
All of us have taken a piece of fabric, whether if it's our shirt, and put it in our mouth.
And what does it taste like?
It tastes like cloth, like kind of. I don't know. Do it right now.
It doesn't taste like anything.
I don't ever have that taste in my mouth.
Well,
normally,
maybe. I mean, you got some YooHoo.
Hey, you want some chocolate milk?
I'm telling you, you should look up the video. Watch the video. Even if you go back on my feed on Facebook.
You just want to see if I actually do it.
I swear to you.
You'll be like, that stupid motherfucker.
I swear to you.
Just, the message he just sent me, he actually put his balls in the soy sauce.
But wouldn't that be some shit if you tasted it?
Not really. I'd be very concerned about the other things that I'm going to taste, especially down there. I'm going to have to start washing.
You're going to have to start testing
2-3 times a day.
Well, I don't know. I say give it a shot.
Maybe that's why I like cheese.
That's it, folks. It's a wrap.
She started it.
I think I got my airtime. I have surpassed Patrick.
You're like, time to go.
Gotta go. Bye. It's been real. It's been real fun.
you asked for it.
I swear. I don't know how many people listen or watch this, but if I get someone who tries it, I don't know what I'll do, but I will thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You should ask your one fan to do it.
I don't want to do that. I'm good.
Listen to me. If our balls have taste buds in them.
Not. Go ahead.
That means vaginas have taste buds in them too.
Well, I'm not going to stick a packet up there, but.
A packet of top ramen.
Soy sauce. Do you have soy sauce?
Yes.
Okay. And you have bowls? This is going to happen. One way or another. This is going to happen. And I can't wait. You might not report back, but I can guarantee you he's going to try this shit.
Look, just because I did that underwear ninja thing doesn't mean that I'm going to put my balls in soy sauce.
But it can't be any worse.
Yeah, I can.
How?
Because
you're putting your balls in liquid, and then you can taste it.
I'm not tasting my balls. I'm way too fat for those.
You're huffing on them if you're using your underwear.
No, it was only the leg. That part was back here.
Oh. Either way.
It was like the side of the leg, too.
Oh. Either way.
And they were clean.
I would still like someone to try it. And I guarantee you're probably going to, and you might not say anything to me.
If I try that,
yes,
you have to try the top ramen.
Yeah.
Just sprinkle it on there like it's taco seasoning.
Oh my God. Not tell Patrick about it. Oh, man.
and let him have some top ramen.
Oh, my God. But I have a question. Chicken, shrimp, or beef? Or the spicy one?
The spicy one may cause an issue.
That we'll save that for another episode.
What do you think, Angela? If it's beef, he may think that she cheated.
What? So go for the seafood one? Go for shrimp?
I don't know. Is he into seafood?
I mean, I would just
top ramen
assume.
flavor? What's his
with
favorite
the
flavor?
fishy flavor. I don't know.
You guys don't eat top ramen?
No.
Yeah, we don't either. Well, sometimes. But we always get chicken flavor.
Yeah, that's the one that I go.
Maybe that's a safe one. Everybody likes chicken.
Chicken. Yeah. Tastes like chicken.
Yeah. Take a bouillon cube and just...
Oh, God. It would be so, like sandpaper. You'd hear me walking. We got to wrap this shit up. I got to go cook dinner for my kids. God. This is the downward spiral. Please tell me you don't have anything left.
I can't read it right now.
Oh, man.
No, I think that's good.
Okay. Cue the porn music.
Thank you guys for watching.
If you made it this far, thank you.
Yeah, though I'll definitely make a clip of this. So.
Top ramen.
Thank you guys for watching. Oh, I did want to say something.
Yes.
Because I created the Facebook group. Mm-hmm. For those of you guys that are watching, I did that because Facebook is blocking my posts.
Because of the COVID.
I don't know if it's that.
No, I don't know why.
I don't know, but I've been really, really paying attention to it because I don't understand it. Mm-hmm. Anytime somebody has shared those videos, nobody is commenting on them. And initially I was like, well, they just think it sucks. But I was like, no, that can't be the case. Because like my cousin's episode, he shared it.
Yeah.
And then his daughter shared it. And I'm like, there's no fucking way his mom wouldn't have commented on that. Or at least liked it or whatever. That's her son.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but nobody's seeing them. When I look at, because you can go on there and click on see who shared it. Mm-hmm. There's like zero activity under their shares.
That's weird.
Yeah. And I have a friend of mine that does custom furniture. And she's got over 9,000 followers on her page. Mm-hmm. She posted a picture of a piece that she just finished. There's 50 likes. Mm-hmm. How does 9,000 followers translate to only 50 likes?
Did you notice that you're not seeing things until like several days later?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I've noticed that the past couple of weeks. I'm like, why am I seeing this post from 4 days ago?
Yeah. And I'm seeing posts that there has not been activity on, but I'm seeing those posts over and over and over again at the top of my feed.
Yep.
As soon as I click on it, I'm like, why do I keep seeing this? So I don't know what the fuck Facebook is doing.
I don't know.
But
it's rather
I'm
irritating.
trying to find a way to make sure people can see the content.
Okay.
So for those of you watching, go join the group, and that's why it's happening. And I'm not trying to bombard you guys with shit. I'm just trying to make sure that when I post it, the people see it that want to see it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Do you want people to follow you or anything special?
I mean, if you want to.
Okay.
So if you want to see pictures of the kids.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Okay, so I'll put your links that you want me to put in the description and all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
And yeah.
Cool.
Talk to you later.
Bye.